Hello and welcome to my channel. This is the Nomadic Goddess and I am Jasmine. This is going to be a general bi-weekly reading for the sign of Aries for the weeks of March 4th through March 18th. Now you just don't have to be an Aries Sun. You can be an Aries Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or Mercury. And just because I said it's for the weeks of March 4th through the 18th doesn't mean it's solely for that time. It's for whenever you are guided or led to my channel and decide to hit play. Because this is a general reading, you shouldn't take everything with you. If the shoe fits, lace it up, find a matching pair, and travel well. If it does not fit, leave it. There's only the 10 messages that do not ring true for you. I am clairaudient. That means the divine. You want to call it source, the divine, the universe, God, whatever works for you, whatever you resonate with, along with your higher self, your spirit guides, your spirit animals, and your ancestors that are for your highest good. They all send messages via songs, parts of movies, books, and the songs, they do get stuck in my head, and I do sing them. Now, the only downfall to that is I cannot sing. So, if you can bear with me and bear through my horrible singing, I hope you enjoy, discover something new about yourself, and don't be afraid to dive deep. All right, Aries. I'm gonna tell you like I told the water signs. I'm not gonna apologize, but I'm an MIA. And the reason that I've been MIA is because spirit in subtle ways was basically telling me that I needed to sit my behind down because there were some things that were coming up that I needed. There was some healing that was coming up that I honestly needed to be present within myself for and present for myself for. So basically, for those of you who do not know, I am a flight attendant, and which is why the tables are always kind of sort of different whenever I do the readings, because I travel a lot. And so like the tripod that I use to record these videos with, I left it at home. And I literally took that as a sign, like a spirit saying, all right, you need a break and you need to sit your ass down somewhere. So I listened, because I've been known to not listen, and then spirit sends me not so subtle ways. So I listened, and some healing came up that I needed to go through, to work through. All right? All right. What messages do we have for Aries? What messages do we have for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mercury for the week of March 4th through March 18th? How are you guys doing with this Pisces energy? I have been super, like, I don't feel like doing this. I don't want to do it. Why do I have to do it? Is there an easier way to do this? But I'm also a fire sign, fire rising. So how are y'all doing? How are my fire signs doing with this Pisces energy? What messages do we have for Aries? I'm not going to take these because they were meant to come up, but come on again. What messages do we have for Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mercury. All right, I'll take that one. Oh, thank you, Hawk. Oh, thank you, Phoenix. Thank you, Octopus. Akina. Ooh, too many. One card at a time, please. Thank you, Cheetah. Nope, too many. Let's just do what we have for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mercury. Oh, too many. Let's just do what we have for Aries. Thank you. Last but not least, ooh, Tiger. A lot of fire. Ooh, the Dragonfly at the bottom of the deck. Love that. Alright, what messages do we have for my Aries? What messages do we have for Aries? Sun, Moon, Venus, and Mercury for the weeks of March 4th through March 18th. What messages do we have for Aries? What messages do we have for Aries? What messages do we have for Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mercury. Double genitals. For those of you who listen to rap and know the rapper Mystical, I literally just heard danger. What messages do we have? Oh, too many. One card at a time, please. What messages do we have for Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. That was meant to come out. It'll come out again. One card at a time, please. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my Atlanta. Thank you for the one card at a time. Dead end. I'm literally hearing Jhene Aiko going the wrong way down a one-way street. I actually need a pen and a pad. I'm gonna get it when I'm done. Hopefully I remember that song. What messages do we have for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mercury? Ooh, new direction is needed. Oh, thank you. New love on the horizon. Ooh. Oh, pregnancy. Deep, intimate connection. With the potential only matters when someone acts on it at the bottom of the deck. All right, all right. What messages do we have for my Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mercury? What messages do we have for my Aries? What messages do we have for Aries? What messages? We have Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mercury for the weeks of March 4th through March 18th. What messages do we have for Aries? That was a horrible shuffle. Horrible shuffle. Can I even call it a shuffle? There we go. Just say I was gonna get a pen and paper. Un momento. You make this promise to me. You make it back, you want this. Alright, so with the songs that I am singing or that I'm getting stuck in my head, I will definitely put them in the description box. So we had Jhene, Aiko, One Way, and then we had Aaliyah. Back in one piece. What messages do we have for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mercury for the week of March 4th to March 18th? Let's go, let's go. I'm living hearing Matthew McConaughey. All right, all right. All right, what messages do we have for Aries? What messages do we have for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mercury? Too many. One card at a time, please. I'm like, well, we're giving you one card at a time. You ain't taking it, cuz. You're right, you're right. You have the King of Cups. Ooh, too many. One card at a time, please. What messages do we have? Thank you. Eight of Pentacles, patience. Ooh. Y'all Aries, don't, especially, yeah, Aries, you need to work on your patience, I see. What messages do we have for Aries? Decisions. With the Two of Swords. Three of Wands. The Hanged Man. The Eight of Swords. And last but not least, ooh, and last but not least, the Four of Wands. Okay. With the Fox card, let's get started, Aries. With the Fox card, the Fox card is always going to be my so in any folklore, in any myth, in any culture, there's always going to be a fox-like energy. And anytime there is a fox-like energy, foxes are always going to be represented as a trickster energy, a teacher energy. Because foxes are like what I like to call they're the course correctors, as I like to call them. They're really, really smart. They're really, really witty. But they're also very cunning. So they can be, that's why a lot of the times in a lot of cultures and in a lot of folklore and myths, fox energy, they're tricksters. So what's coming to mind is the Korean mythology of the nine-tailed fox. How this is this deity or this entity that takes on the form of a beautiful woman and tricks these men, or these abusive men, lures them into like a false sense of security, and then eats the heart and the liver of men who are abusive. So it's always like a wise teacher, but it's always like a trickster. There's just like childhood cartoon as well, where it was like the fox. I don't remember the name of it, but it dealt with like a rabbit and a fox, and like the fox would always try to trick the rabbit. But anyway, in any story, in any childhood story or bedtime story, any mythology, and the fox energy is always going to be represented as a trickster. And it's because the fox energy has a natural charm, a natural charisma about it. But fox energy is also, when I see the fox card, it also means to remain true to who and what you hold near and dear to you. Especially if those people have your back, especially if those people are like your support system. It's the fox. Whenever I see the fox energy, it's always a reminder to also connect more with those who are in your corner or who are your support system. Because it's always good to be about oneself, which Aries, we all know you have no issue with. Because Aries is always about, or can always be about self, since you are the first zodiac sign. And your season is actually next month too. Your season's coming up. But when the fox card shows up, it's always a reminder to, hey, check in with those people who, like, you can call and be like, yo, I need $20 for gas, or hey, I'm not feeling so great, can you help me like unpack this? Your people, your village, your support group, the people who help you stand up when like you're feeling weak, It's a reminder to check in with those people and to not take those people for granted, because when you take those people for granted, they end up walking away. And another thing about Fox energy is Fox energy does not do well when their support system, even though that they've been treating their support system like crap, they don't do well when the support system like leaves, because then they feel like their life is crumbling and they don't have their people by them, especially when shit hits the fan. And for some of you, shit is about to hit the fan, and you're gonna need your people, because you're gonna realize that the people that you've been having around you aren't really your people. For those of you who have not been doing the work, or who have not been doing the work, like you're I feel like for some of you, especially for those of you who have been ignoring the signs to heal, I feel like a storm is brewing for most of you, and I'm hearing shit's gonna get real fast, and you're gonna need your team. You're gonna need those people. You're gonna need your ride dies, as I like to call them. Well, not as I like to call them, but you're gonna need your riders. And if you haven't been treating them well and they all up and leave, you're gonna be riderless, and you're gonna be floating in the middle of the ocean. You're gonna be up Schitt's Creek without a paddle. And next we have the Hawk. Also, some of you may have earth, air, and water in your chart. For the most part, Aries, your reading is fire dominant with the hyena, cheetah, and tiger card. We only have one water, which is octopus, one air, which is hawk, and one earth, which is fox, and phoenix is just spirit. So and the animal spirit deck, I like to say that phoenix is like it's like kind of sort of the major arcana, if you want to call it that. I mean, yeah. A lot of you, some of you need to start speaking up or say some things that you need to say, because I'm literally hearing, say what you need to say, say what you need to say. Writing that down. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. The hawk is my watchful, all-singing, and the messenger of divinity. Because hawks have a very, very keen eyesight, they can see the littlest of details. Oh my gosh, a lot of you do need to say something to somebody, because my throat chakra was not like this earlier. So I'm gonna need y'all to use your throat chakra and speak up, please, and thank you. But anyways, like I was saying, with the hawk card, because hawks have a very, very keen sense of eyesight, they can observe and see the smallest of details. I need some of you, because we have the octopus energy as well in here, I need some of you to get grounded and not have your hands in so many pots, or have because the octopus card is always going to be my scatterbrain card. A lot of you need to gain a higher perspective, because some of you, well, some of you are entering the death cycle of the phoenix. So like shit is about to start hitting the fan for you. Like all your false foundations, all your faulty foundations, all your faulty structures, they're going to come crumbling down. In innocence, for some of you, you're going to have like a dark night of the soul, which is like where shit just, anything that has been holding you back, that has been holding your healing back, that has hasn't been serving you, it's going to fall away, and it's going, like, your life is literally going to fall apart, and you're going to be in like this darkness. And the darkness is really just going to rebirth you into your path, shall I say. So when I went through my dark night of the soul, I literally like moved back to Maryland, was in the bed for 3 months, didn't want to get up, didn't have the energy to get up. Like, I literally just wanted to lay there and waste away. Didn't want to eat, didn't want to, like, didn't even get up to, like, could barely even get up to wash my ass. So, like, and I felt so alone. I felt so isolated, even though my dad was, like, literally in the next room over. I literally felt by myself. I felt cut off from my family, my friends, even spirit. Like, I felt like I was on this island in the middle of nowhere in, like, pure pitch black darkness. And it wasn't until I was like, yo, I'm tired of this. Like, I am really, really tired of this shit, where I actually was like, something has to change. And once I thought that thought, there was like the spark, and was like, you know what? Something does have to change. Let's get fucking started. So I feel like because you guys have been like in some situations, like and for some of you, for some of my Aries, a situation that seems to be ideal, that seems to be like a dream come true, but you're not able to see a higher perspective of it. It's going to be like, I'm feeling like for some of you, this is going to be like a catalyst for your awakening, for your becoming, for like you're literally entering the abyss. Ooh, that's going to be the title of y'all's video. Entering the abyss. Yep, that's all about to be the title of y'all's video. I feel like for a lot of you, for most of you, because I feel like I'm speaking to those of you who haven't started your journey yet, and like you're still doing fuck shit. And it's not that you're doing, Spirit said y'all still doing fuck shit. And you're like, it's not like you're doing fuck shit, no. It's like you're doing unhealed, unevolved shit because you're not healing and you're not evolving. So therefore you're repeating a cycle. Spirit's like, look, I'm putting it into all this shit. Because I feel like a lot of you are like so mentally overwhelmed that it's playing out in like your day-to-day. And for some of you, for most of you, especially for those of you who are about to enter into the abyss, you're depressed. And like because like if you look at the octopus card, it's surrounded in darkness, and it's just having all of the, like, I'm getting like all of these colors or all of the thoughts that's going on in the head, and like you're just surrounded in darkness, and it's just like you're overwhelmed, you're weighed down, you're bogged down by what's going on in your mental and what's going on emotionally, and you don't know because you don't want to tap in to the emotions. You don't want to feel those emotions. And it makes sense because the hyena card, for those of you who haven't been with me for a long time and you're just watching, me and the hyena card have a very, very, rough understanding of each other. Not even rough understanding, it's just, we know each other. The hyena card is my escapism through humor, through wit, through sarcasm. And for those of you who are trying to escape your emotions, you're using it like you're literally like trying to laugh things off, but the universe is like, you can only laugh this off for so long, and it's like you keep laughing it off, so you keep avoiding it, you keep trying to escape it, or you're escaping it, and then like right now you're coming to a precipice where it's just like ain't no escaping this no more. You gonna face it, and we gonna make you face it. And what's honestly ironic, because you have the cheetah and you have the tiger. The cheetah is the masculine energy, and the tiger is the feminine energy, but it's also like the emotional, the lunar force, the like facing, like you literally see like the cheetah trying to run, which is like the spirit brought it to my attention. The masculine, like you're trying to run from it by your wit, by your humor. Because when the tiger card show up, you gonna feel some stuff. Like you gonna feel your feels. Because that's the only way that the tiger knows how to work through its emotions, work through the hard stuff, the darkness. It's going to face it. It's going to illuminate it. And for some of you, with the cheetah card, some of you may be trying to overwork yourself, or work yourself to the point where you don't have to think about the things, your emotional aspect. We have, moving on to the next row, we have devil genitals. I'm literally hearing every woman and man ain't meant to be slept with. Oof. Which is true, especially if you believe in the energy exchange. If you're a woman and you're sleeping with a lot of men, you're picking up on that energy, but also, but so are men. But because women, we are portals, our wombs are portals. We hold that energy into us. We take the energy in, and the man gives it. Now, for the men, you're also taking on that energy as well, because when your money start acting funny, that's how you know. But it's also for women too. Like you know, like your body literally, for women, your body tells you when you are sleeping with someone that you are not supposed to be sleeping with. You could be having yeast infections or BV like back to back, or your body, like your vagina literally be like, I'm about to like detach and walk off, and you're like, I don't know what's going on. It's because your body is telling you energetically you are not supposed to be sleeping with this person, whether it be man, woman, or they, them, whoever, whatever their pronouns are, whatever your pronouns are. Your body will always tell you. And if you don't pay attention to your body, it'll start manifesting into the material. So your money may be acting up, or things just start happening, like your keys get stolen, your wallet gets stolen, stuff like that. Like your spirit team and your body and your energy will tell you when you are not meant to be messing with someone. And the person that you guys are currently messing with is a dead end. And it's because you guys, especially if you're like a relationship hopper, like you enter a relationship, you're alone for like 3-6 months, and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna hop into a new thing, and you just like hop from woman to woman. It's because you're searching for something outside of yourself that you need to be focusing on growing and cultivating in yourself, which is self-love. And then we have a new direction needed. For those of you who watch Friends, I'm literally, I'm hearing pivot, pivot. Like it's like you need to like turn away from the way I'm seeing it. It's like you're standing at like this fork in the road, and you're stepping like it's like you're trying to step left, but for some reason you keep hesitating because you're supposed to go right, and like for some reason like you want to go left because the left looks fun, but like you're hesitating on taking that step because it's just like the right keeps calling you. Your love keeps lifting me higher, higher, higher. Since your love keeps lifting me, keeps lifting me. And what that song is actually on my self-love playlist. You know what? I'm going to, if you guys have Apple Music, and I'm probably going to make it on Spotify. I'm not really sure yet. Don't hold me to that. Whenever I know I'm going to share it because I have a self-love playlist. I'm going to share that on I'm gonna put the link in the description box. I'm gonna make a note for that. There we go. Anyways, for some of you may be getting pregnant or getting somebody pregnant in the next 4 to 6 months. I'm literally hearing 4 to with the 4, the next 4 to 6 months. I'm also hearing Chingy. Every time I try to leave, something keep pulling me back. Telling me I need you. I just want to let you know my handwriting has been chicken scratch on this little notepad. But it's because I'm trying to write and talk at the same time. As you can all see, it's not boding well. But yeah, in the next 4 to 6 months, some of you may be getting pregnant. Or you may be getting somebody pregnant. So if you're not trying to have a baby, I suggest you wrap it up. And I'm literally hearing safe sex is the best, or safe sex is the best sex. Better wear latex before you get that. I'm latex. Yo. I'm done. I'm done. Goodbye. I don't know whose spirit team I am tapping into right now, but oh my gosh, Chef Kiss A1, because they are hilarious. Then we have a deep, intimate connection. And the pregnancy may not be with this person. It may be with an outside person. I feel like it's going to be with this person, the double genital person. And if it is with the double genital person, it's going to be it's not funny, but the way that my spirit team or y'all spirit team is conveying it to me, I can't because it's like dog. Is if you have it with this, if you create a child with this person, it's not going to bode well for you. I'm letting you know this. I'm letting y'all know this now. It's not gonna bode well for you at all. Because this person, the deep the deep, intimate connection person is probably gonna walk away. Not probably, they will. They will. You will, like, and I feel like, especially because if this person is like your team, on your team, like, they have your best, they have your highest and best good at interest, or at heart, they're gonna walk away. Maybe that's gonna be the straw that breaks the camel back, I'm hearing. Then we have King of Cups. Some of you need to start cultivating some emotional intelligence. And it also plays with the Tiger card, the dealing with ones, and the Famous card, like the dealing, and the Hyena card too. The dealing with the one's emotional trauma. Like, once you start healing your emotional trauma, you gain emotional intelligence, because you know what is healthy, what is unhealthy, what is codependency. Like, what you start unlearning all of these unhealthy and unhealthy patterns and toxic patterns, and you learn so much from yourself from healing your emotional wounds. But you also gain a deeper understanding. That way you can have, and that way in turn you can have a deeper level of compassion for others who are in that same space, especially if you have like mother wounds or father wounds, or family trauma. When you heal that trauma, you gain, especially on the emotional aspect. We're going to take the spiritual aspect of it for a minute, only because we're talking about the King of Cups, which is emotional. The cup energy is very, very, it deals with your emotions. So when you heal, or when you begin to heal your emotion, the emotional aspect of yourself, you unlearn, like you start to, it's like, the way I'm saying it is like the little thread that's hanging off of a red sweater, and the more you pull the thread, the more the sweater starts to unravel. And that's literally what healing is. It's taking the red thread that on this heavy toxic sweater that you're wearing, and it's literally just unraveling your like all of these patterns and all of these things that make you who you are, that you've learned in survival mode. It's literally, you're literally just unraveling it and learning how toxic it is and how unhealthy it is. But you're also learning how to honestly reparent yourself and nurture yourself and pour into yourself and love yourself in the proper way, in a healthy way. Like, how do you cope? Like, what are healthy coping mechanisms instead of dealing with or escapism, which is unhealthy. So the more you heal on an emotional level, the more emotional intelligence you cultivate, you gain. And it also means you gain more patience. A lot of you need to have more patience, especially when it's becoming like, I'm getting back to like the fork in the road with the Eight of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. You guys, because you guys are so all over the place, you're in like this dark place. You can't see, I'm hearing you can't see your ass from your elbows. And it's making it hard for you to stand firm in the decisions that you're making. And that's why for some of you, that's why you're teeter-tottering back and forth. You're like, in, I'm literally hearing like some of you need to be fucking for real, and some of you need to have an honest moment with yourself before you can have an honest moment with anybody else. You need to have an honest moment with yourself. But you can't do that if you continue to lie to yourself about this is what you want, like this is what you want to do, and this is what you want to do moving forward, and this is how you want things to moving forward. Then we have the Three of Wands. Three of Wands, some of you may be moving too. Because the Three of Wands is always going to be, it's my travel. I mean, it may not be far. It may be within the state or country that you live in. So if you live in the States, you may be moving from like Nevada to New Mexico, or Colorado to Montana, or from Denver to Austin. So something like that. And then we have the Hanged Man. You feel trapped because you literally are. Like, you're in this emotional prison. Like, for some reason, you're holding yourself in this emotional prison. Which makes sense why you feel trapped and why you feel restricted. And because it's dealing with the company you keep. The company you keep is basically a reflection of you. So if the company that you keep is always in drama, always having baby mama, baby daddy issues, always unsure of themselves, they're literally just a reflection of you, because we only made ourselves in people. And what you'll soon realize is that this Eight of Swords energy is literally like, if you could see in the Eight of Swords, she's loosely, but the person, I think that's a she. We're gonna call it a she. She's loosely bound, so she could easily like maneuver and like shimmy her shoulders just a little bit, and the ropes will probably fall down and she'll be able to walk free. But she is a prisoner to her own mind. She is a prisoner to her own self-destruction. Like, she is the catalyst to her own self-destruction. Because the Eight of Wands is right before the Nine of Swords. I mean, not Wands. The Eight of Swords is literally right before the Nine of Swords, and then the Ten of Swords, which is betrayal. But the Ten of Swords can also mean self-betrayal as well. And the Eight of Swords is always got, like, it's the victim card, the hopelessness, like oh, woe is me, oh, well, they did that to me 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, 8 years ago, so I'm gonna still hold a grudge, and I'm gonna still hold bitterness in my heart. And here's the thing, a lot of people don't really understand, like, when you forgive people, you don't have to tell that person. You can just forgive them for yourself and move on. Like, it doesn't have to be a broadcast message, and it doesn't have to be a open invitation to bring that person back into your life. You can forgive them, forgive yourself, because it takes two. Forgive them, forgive yourself for allowing them to treat you that way for so long, and heal it and let it go. Especially if you're dealing with parents. You also need to come to the realization that your parents were traumatized. Majority of our parents were traumatized, or we're dealing with some form of trauma. All right, Aries, that is your reading. I will see you guys back after the 18th. I think it's probably gonna be an Aries season then. But yeah, I will see you guys later. All right, bye, Aries.